Welcome to another episode of Barman Saturdays, and this week I decided to take a look at the Gadget Gang in outer space! Because everything gets better and bigger when it's in space, right? Though I'll admit, this film's definitely aimed at a younger demographic because the jokes are largely centered around either slapstick, body humor like belches and farts, or you get, some scenes of the Invas looking really dumb, like green aliens, on here that look like little green men. Because, they're like, oh, we came to rescue you. We went through a lot of trouble to do that. And then they're like, well, what's your plan to get out of our prison cells? And they're like, we haven't thought of that far yet. So, you got them being rather dumb, which largely plays, I guess, into the slapstick for the most part, but sometimes, it's just pure stupidity on display. And then the fourth style of humor is, I guess, more for an older audience member, in that they have lots of references to other material, whether it be video games or other movies, because you have a character that, is cleaning the school at one point on Earth that looks like Mario, albeit they put a smiley face on the hat, I suppose, to avoid saying it is Mario. Or you have, characters that obviously look like Yoda or E.T. floating around. Or you have an alien that, dresses up a bit like Indiana Jones and is obsessed with finding hidden treasures, albeit this seems more for himself than for archaeology's sake. So there's just a lot of references to other stuff out there to try and, keep parents somewhat interested in what's going on to see, what else will they reference, right? As far as the plot goes, well, basically the Invas are looked down on and are told to leave a conference, celebrating, 100 cycles of universal peace. They don't exactly explain what a universal cycle is. Is it like, planets going completely around the center of the universe, or how do they work this out exactly? Is it like this weird time concept they have like in Men in Black, with a standard space day or whatever, which is like an hour or something? How exactly does this work? I don't know. But at this conference, after they kick the Invas out, this alien overlord that's, some sort of weird, aquatic worm shows up and declares himself a new boss and takes over with his robots. And one of the people at the peace conference decided to team up with them and backstabbed everyone else by bringing along some super robots that he's going to act like were display pieces, but actually could still be activated and have their weapons, still active as well, so they could like shoot cans and stuff at people. So all the leaders were quickly forced to surrender, but one of them managed to get a message out to the Invas that, were kicked out of the conference, because they weren't wanted, because, everyone's a space racist and hates the Invas for reasons. They don't really specify why they're hated outside, them being apparent screw-ups. Which I suppose is accurate, considering everything we see them do tends to break down rather quickly. Like, they take off, after being kicked out, and they manage to destroy a really expensive spaceship. Or, they try and land at one point, and they pull the lever the wrong way, just to set up, a much bigger crash landing on a robot for a joke. Because it's slapstick, like I said. So sometimes you got really obvious, setups. Like, I know they're going to crash on this robot, but the question is exactly when are they going to crash on this robot? So, yeah, I guess everyone hates the Invas because they're not very bright. But that just seems really conceited, considering, they did manage to travel into space. And as the evil alien overlord points out at one point, it's like the Invas are known to have really advanced technology they gave up, in terms of weapons. So they once belonged to a really powerful space empire that most people have forgotten about. Of course, this advanced weapon technology was apparently the ability to destroy anything that's technological, for the most part, with like this green slime. So it doesn't look particularly impressive until you watch it basically break anything it touches. But yeah, eventually the Invas, go on their mission, collect this lost weapon technology, and use it to stop the evil alien overlord and bring peace back to the universe. And so you got a lot of, standard, plot hits that you know where things are going to go. So it's a very predictable movie. So like I said, definitely more for kids or people that can tap into the kid that's still inside of them somewhere. Because otherwise, this is probably going to be a pretty boring, predictable experience for you. I wish I could say the characters were a bit quick-witted, but for the most part, their attempts at wit fall really flat, even when they're trying to be witty with the villain. Though they do manage to foreshadow how they'll destroy his spacesuit, because, being some weird worm that has to be constantly in water. One character here, has this noise maker on her chest she constantly runs around with that makes, such loud vibrations and frequencies at times it manages to shatter glass. So of course he uses it to break his helmet. And then he's forced to crawl out of his, robot body and just, get easily picked up and captured. So rather anticlimactic ending in some ways, maybe, considering we don't see, a big fight between, the evil alien overlord and a powerful alien, or fighting a robot with his robot body. Like, nope. His helmet just gets destroyed easily using, some sound equipment. Oh well. At least we get to watch them fight a bunch of robots, I suppose, by shooting green slime at them. Makes me think of Nickelodeon in a way. Considering all that green slime they used to dump on people on contest shows. But yeah, I would give this one, you might enjoy if you can tap into the inner kid, or you really like references to other material. Otherwise, you're probably better off just avoiding this one because it's just too predictable. Till next time, then. See ya.
Tank, that's not helping. Nice job, Tank. Right on, Tank. How'd you do that? Oh, gross, Tank.